So, what is happening, my friends? What's going on? I know there's a lot of proof of incentive questions, and so we will get to those. JR, the man, the myth, the legend, you guys, the MVP of Aleo is online.
What is up? How's it going, Viv?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good. Yeah, things are good. Excited to update everyone on some of the info today on the prover incentives.
Heck yeah. So are we. Um, yeah, fabulous. Yeah, you said you had sent slides. Do you want to do, how do you want to do it, JR? Do you want to do just AMA version? Do you want to do slides? What's easiest for you?
I think it'll be helpful maybe to just go through the slides quickly first, just because I have tried to review some of the existing questions that are in Discord, and then this hopefully will highlight some of the answers to those, and then if there are pending stuff at the end, we can open it up. But also we have Zach. So we have Zach, who just joined as an engineer. He just joined the foundation, and he's going to be collecting any of the questions that come through the chat, and he'll be adding them to a doc that we'll send out after this call, so everyone can continue to reference the answers. And for any questions that we can't provide the answers to right away, you'll be able to go and refer there. Okay, sweet. So if you're going to share, then I'll just go ahead and start kind of talking through if that sounds good for
Yep.
everyone. Cool. Okay, so yeah, just for the agenda, we'll go over all of the details. I'll discuss some of the questions regarding the prize. We'll go over details regarding hardware requirements, a quick debrief and resource for running a prover, some of the frequently asked questions, and then just opening it up for questions from the group here. So just to cover the overview, the idea behind this incentive program is to motivate developers to advance zero knowledge technology. And the idea here is provers are solving Coinbase puzzles in each block and generating zero knowledge proofs that earn respective rewards. And so our hope is with the new fully featured puzzle that got released on Testnet Beta with this last reset, we want to validate the Coinbase reward mechanism and the underlying puzzle. So we opened up the competition from the 1st until the 15th, and it starts and ends at noon EST. So we'll select the block that's closest to that time, and that's what we'll be going off of. There will be 1,000,000 credits that are going to be provided by the foundation, and the rewards will be proportional to the testnet credits that are earned. Right now, we have a minimum set to qualify for eligibility of actually earning the rewards to be 1,000 credits. And credits will be distributed post mainnet launch, and they'll be subject to KYC verification, just like the other incentive credits that we have. Specifically, looking at the prize category and the prize amounts, it's going to be 1,000,000. The minimum to be eligible is 1,000. And if there are more than 1,000,000 credits earned for people who are eligible, so for those who have earned over 1,000, then the top provers will be the ones who earn the respective awards that will be uh, an equal representation between the testnet credits and the mainnet credits. For hardware requirements, this was mentioned in the post, but just want to also point this out here. The idea is that consumer grade hardware is going to be less effective due to the level of competition. So it is possible to run a CPU and potentially find a solution only using a CPU, but it's not going to be as effective due to the level of competition. So some of the recommended specifications is at least 10,000 CPU cores. And for GPU usage, it does provide 4 to 5 times faster proving, but it's still CPU dependent. So just to keep in mind, like the consumer grade hardware and only running a CPU, while it is technically feasible, this is really going to be targeted towards people who are able to run hardware that can meet these recommended specs. And obviously, the GPU landscape is evolving, and so is tech around ZK. So some of these specifications may change, but right now, this is what we're seeing. For running a prover, I think some of the questions might have popped up on this process. So just wanted to be clear here. This is documented in SnarkOS README, but wanted to highlight some of the key points. So you can run a client, and you should go through the process of running a client, syncing up, and then beginning to run a prover. You should also this is also kind of, these are the general commands for creating an account, running a client, running a prover. And then one thing to note that I did pick up from some of the questions on Discord was around the network tags. I'll discuss this here in the next slide. If you go to the frequently asked questions slide, network one, the tag for testnet beta is network one, and the tag for canary is network two. So just to make sure when you're running that command, you're using the proper network tags. In this FAQ slide, I included a couple of other resources. So currently, Aleo has not provided or supported a official site or solution for tracking rewards for this incentive period. But there is a community one provided by Aleo Scan, which I've linked here, that you can use as a resource for now. And then again, for optimizations, there is not currently GPU support for Snark OS. However, there is a kata section in Snark VM under the algorithms. But generally, we're seeing the majority of individuals using GPU-enabled provers have some form of integrated custom solution. And then if you go ahead and push forward to the question slide, like I mentioned, our new team member at the foundation, Zach, him and I went through the questions that we saw in Discord, and Zach went ahead and sourced some of the answers. He'll be collecting any questions that are coming through the chat right now too, so we can make sure that those are included in this doc. But for those who want to reference some of the answers to those questions ahead of time, we've tried to provide some of those answers in that document, which I think Viv or Nadari can share. So I guess at this point, we can start covering some of the, I just wanted to obviously also just keep in mind, like, usage of Aleo credits, just bear these considerations in mind. These will be subject to KYC, and the distribution of these will be post mainnet launch. So yeah, we can open it up now for questions. I don't know, Viv, what you want to do in terms of like the best strategy for answering some questions, or if we want to do it directly from the chat, or if we want to bring people up. Or
yeah, thank you so much, Aaron. This is so incredibly helpful. I hope you guys have a bit more insight into the logistics of prover incentives. And we know that it was kind of like a rushed announcement, and so obviously there were a lot of questions, but we're hoping that you guys are able to kind of regain your questions and whatnot. Let's do questions in the chat, and I'll ask them to you, JR. So let's see. What's the guide in 3.03 run an Aleo node? I don't know if that's a valid question.
I'm not sure exactly what they're asking there.
Let's jump to GPU not being supported by default, need to implement a custom solution.
Yeah, that's correct. So right now, like within Snark VM, there's in Snark OS, like there's not natively GPU support. So a lot of different parties on the network have built in their own solutions in order to support GPU usage.
Cool. Okay, a lot of members seem to have can't connect to peers issue. What can possibly cause that?
So this might be as a result of not using the correct network tag. So again, I just want to make sure that everyone understands for CanaryNet, that would be the network 2, and then for testnet beta, we're currently using network 1 as the tag.
Cool. Do we have a gateway where we can get current active peers?
Okay, yeah. I can circle back with a link to a gateway with active peers in the doc. So once we finish up with this call, I would say refer to the doc, and I'll provide the details there.
Cool. Perfect. Zach Aleo answering questions away. Welcome, Zach, by the way. Cool. Other questions, you guys? We've got JR, we've got Zach on the call. Now, if you have questions, now are the questions. It seems the default Bootstrap nodes are pretty busy as well, so there might be some connectivity issues. Yes. Perhaps.
Sweet. Yeah, that would make sense. Thanks, Haruka.
I was able to run Prover node only with network 2. Is Canary counts?
No, right now we do want all of the rewards and the prover incentives are going to be focused on collecting the stats from Testnet Beta. So you want to make sure that you're running on Testnet Beta if you are looking to participate.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. I did see 2 solutions in Canary, so please make sure you are not on the wrong network. Yes, thank you, Haruka. That's a good call out.
Well, this
We'll
is
give
good. This
a
makes me feel like at least feel like some of the details from the slides
have been
have answered a good amount of the questions.
totally,
So I hope this gives
totally.
some good insights. And again, like we're wanting to provide as much transparency and guidance as possible. So we're happy to source answers to the questions, and hopefully we can continue to grow a running list so everyone feels confident in their understanding, and we'll use that doc as the source of truth.
Totally. Yeah, that's a good question. Jared, are you cool with sharing these slides?
Yeah, we can share these slides.
Okay, cool. We can put them in PDF form and I'll post them in the announcements. What is, I don't know if you'll really be able to answer this, but what is perfect competitive prover hardware requirements?
Perfect competitive prover hardware requirements. Yeah, I think some of the answer to this is in the is in the questions, but I would say we can extend this to provide some more details around what specifications we're seeing active individuals who are competitive running and using. So I would say yeah, refer to the doc again, and we'll try and provide a bit more robust hardware specifications, and again, a little bit of guidance on what we're seeing current active provers use that are having success.
Sweet. Nodari just shared some helpful info. Cool. Miriam Munir is answering that. Thank you, Miriam Munir, for taking the lead. Cool. Well, let's do questions for about 3 more minutes, folks, and then we can we'll share these slides. But I think JR has a good point that most of the questions I think have been answered. If you guys have other questions, of course, you know where to find us. We can gather answers again. But I think for the most part, we have a lot of these questions answered. Hi, Shizzy. Cool. Okay. As rewards will be only for mined credits. There is Faucet with the same credits.
Yeah, it's going to be so the way that the rewards will be structured will be based on credits earned from proving. So if you go to the faucet and collect credits, those won't unfortunately count.
Yeah, those have no. Yeah, those are not the same. Dude, Mirror is a really hard name to pronounce. So where can we find that 10K cores? Shonsky is asking.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a matter of resourcing some of the hardware. Obviously, like there's a variety of different providers you could look to. There's also like actual bare metal solutions you could lean towards. But like that's going to be something that will be up to the user or the consumer.
Cool. Mo, I'm not sure what NFT you're talking about there. Yeah, dude, Ehar's always coming through with the hilarity. Helps to make things funny. Okay. Sweet. You guys, I think this is it. Yeah, no official Galaxy campaign. That also just reminds me to do the important note of any like legit things that we are doing. You will see on our announcements page, and you'll see on our Twitter. A lot of people, especially as we gear up for mainnet, there will be a lot of scams. There's a lot of people running different like supposed companies where they claim they have miners for Aleo. Like none of this is true. Very, very, very important to just be aware. And if you have any questions, head to our Discord. Every important thing has been announced in the announcements channel. We have tons of fabulous ambassadors always online to answer questions. So Make sure to like protect yourself out there. Crypto's a weird world. So cool. Okay, JR, thank you
Awesome.
so much for joining us.
No,
This was
happy
an
to
absolutely
do it.
incredible experience. Zach, you as well. Thank you for being in the chats. All 156 of you guys out there, thank you guys for taking time on your Wednesday morning. We will drop this. These slides in the announcements channel later today, so you guys have access to that. Any questions? Again, please don't hesitate to hit us up. You might use the node list. Right, let's call out Haruko saying that not sure how effective it is to put it here, but if you're really having node bootstrapping issues, you might use the node list on My Explorer to choose some to connect to. Haruko, why don't you list that Explorer before we cancel this out so people can hit that up? For those who don't know on the call, Haruko is a Maestro, top tier ambassador who has been with the project for a long time. Thank you so much, everyone, and we will see you guys on the Discord.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.